managed to bring it all the way back, and it looked like they were great for Anubis as well, but the second round in the second half completely cost them the game. It felt like the fist bumps coming through, Anders. I think we can sit down, let's get in position, and get ready to bring the hype here. So as we want this to be another close knit affair. I hope to see some drama once again. There's no love lost between these two teams. They are rivals, played each other 13 times, 13 different series, I should say, this year as well. So without further ado, we are going to see, is there a knife round, Anders? I don't think so. I think we're just good to go. Just going to get into it.
Straight there.
And we will see, in terms of utility, a Molotov, presumably for hut roof, but it's not deployed in that sense. It's going to be a nade towards the squeaky door, and it's a straight-up ramp rush.
Oh, right into a three-man stack, though. That's dangerous, but they're actually making it work surprisingly well. They're getting all the kills on that T side. Westmelon, oh my god, what a headshot to try and bring it back. He nearly had Jamyong as well. Westmelon trying to save his team the best that he can right here. P2000, and he's slowly fallen back here, but my god. They rushed the ramp into a three-man stack and still came out on top. That is quite surprising. Now, Moja has managed to make his way onto the site. Going to be clearing the path for the bomb plant, which will be coming up, but I don't think Lynn Vision are in position to do much about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
The fact... Oh, there's one player down towards low. I was about to say, maybe there's a chance of this retake, but doesn't look great. As we've got Kaze and Jamyong very low indeed, but no kill available. And still towards our ramp room. So I don't even know how they access the bomb side at this stage. You've got Westmelon investigating proximity here, but he's been found out by Jamyong, so a nice idea. Definitely was a backstab coming through, but he might be better off to saving the dual elites in Kevlar.
Yeah, definitely not much he could have done. If you had a kit and a smoke, I guess you could hang around and try and do something wild, but not going to be the case here. So 1 versus 3, and yeah, going to save what he can. Jamyong going up with a bomb. But apart from that, everything is going to be just fine. TYLOO, strong start for what could have been a very, very unfortunate run-in at the ramp room. But they're going to be okay with it. AK's picked up, and we'll see. Yeah, just that shot from Jamyong on the Saka, who was otherwise going to be providing part of the crossfire. Working out really well. Nice start for him personally as well. Down around. Got a couple of Galils in the mix as well, but no real investment coming in here from Lynn Vision. They're
not really.
Time out.
On Nuke, it definitely in CSGO especially, you would see some force buys here, but they're going to take the more conservative approach. It's TYLOO, have a great start, but bear in mind, on Anubis, they lost to pretty much a full eco in the second round here, so nothing is locked in, nothing is guaranteed, and we'll see if this push in towards Secret will yield some decent results. It's going to be Mercury just patrolling that area. Smokes are now gone down, but the frag's starting to appear. Kaze will open things up as he finds Starlight towards Garage.
Yeah, spots a second player really deep back there. A little bit of info and plenty of time. No real pressure on the T side at the moment. Just make sure you don't give over any rifles unnecessarily. Ooh. Certainly don't give over the round. And they've done a fabulous job.
Bit of an aim display there from Kaze. I enjoyed that. Very precise. As we will see the guns presumably come out here in round number 3. Lynn Vision, not the best start, but not the worst. They do have a chance to bounce back right here, right now. They're up against the Galils pretty much across the board here. It's just Jamyong, and we'll have the AK-47. They'll have everything they need, of course. There'll be some concessions to be made on the CT side, mainly the helmets usually, Anders, and that's actually kind of a big deal. Against the Galils, makes them just as potent as the AK, really. So it's G and Westmelon that are on high alert, as we see the Molotov support towards Hut. Takes away a lot of those sound cues as well as you jump towards main. So you can see they're trying to make their way in towards that position. Good spam damage coming through from a media. Finds Mosier. Takes another 20, but we'll see whether they can continue the streak here on the T side.
Those early grenades, no real force behind it apart from the Molotovs going down, but not like they did a lot of damage, not they really got any map control behind it either. We'll see if they recommit to something similar here again. No real control down below. I guess they feel confident that no Ts have slipped through, but dangerous assumption to be making here. Did he see that Jamyong? There definitely was a player up on the hut that he could have seen, or up on the vent position outside. Looks like he's going to start to make his way back. 50 seconds on the clock here. The bomb is making its way towards the ramp room, in fact. And Saka, this is Not a completely uncommon position, but it's very exposed. He's walking back into the slightly safer position, but he's realized he's kind of lost control here, and he's going to be falling back.
Yeah, a lot of territory taken here for TYLOO, but it's just the ram from his on a bomb site. Oh, it's a labored spray, but he gets the job done. It was an absolute free frag there towards outside. Zaka only good for the one as well. It's a 4 versus 3. A huge frag with Jamia making up for that almost missed spray. The fact he gets a double kill as well. One player down the vent. It's going to be Starry as well. So do they want to fall back and go towards Upper here? But Amelia one step ahead of them. And they're running out of time, and if they lose the bomb in an awkward manner here, this still could fall apart. The aforementioned C4 makes its way to the bomb site floor, and towards main, this still could be problematic. So Starry will now know it's on a lower plant, and Amelia gives his position up, but he's got a very low HP Mosier. I don't know why he's going for that.
It's one of those mistakes that can really cost you.
He just had to patrol the vent. You know, one's down towards low. At the very least, it's hold squeaky in a very defensive manner. You're kind of backing your teammates up there.
Yeah, even if they make a pass, you go back into hut to try and play for the after plan. There's a lot of ways to go with it. Now, there is no kit in place, so if they really want to go for this, it's going to have to be right now with the defuse, and yeah, time is simply running out. So I guess I agree with Moshe, but also from Lynn Vision's point of view, unless there's a kit on the ground somewhere on the bomb site, which I doubt, they needed to be probably a little bit quicker to even get close to making this round work. It's going to be another one for TYLOO, and that's the first buy round for Lynn Vision, kind of just getting wiped out here. They'll only save 1 M4.
3-0. TYLOO with the idyllic start, and you're right, a single M4 saved is averaging about $3,000 going forward. The loss spread is going to be brutal on the CT side. It's enough for a partial buy, like some 5.7s, some Deagles, but I wouldn't expect much more. Like we said, Jam Young almost dropped the bag there towards outside. He gets a double kill in the end. It got a little bit messy, but Mercury with that smoke down guarantees the round. As mentioned, maybe some slight investment here. Not a ton, just a few upgraded pistols, a Max 7 for Amelia, saved M4 for Starry. It's the USP going up on top. So, surprised that I guess it has the benefit of the silencer, but we'll see if it's overlooked. Commonly not.
Wow, okay.
Yikes.
There we go. Such a luxury entering really any part of the map on any map with the Mac 10. Just the jumping, you know, ability. Even if there is a stack there or anything like, you're just opening up the rest of the push for your teammates. So it's a classic, really. Jumping Mac 10s. Remember when they were first introduced by? Wow.
Where are you going with this?
I was gonna say by the Shark team. What is that team? What am I thinking about?
The Shark team, Vega Squadron.
Vega Squadron. Thanks, Henry. my brain went on full pause.
So what? Are you about to say who invented the Mac 10? Like, where are we going with this one? No, I see what you mean. So Vega Squadron, yes. That's Jason's favorite team, I believe.
They are, yes.
He was a big fan of the Sharks back in the day. Reminds me of the E-League days.
Chopper jumping around with the Mac 10.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of stuff was really revolutionary at the time. People were very upset about it. They were very angry. Like,
I don't
what
think
are they doing?
People take advantage of that. I think Snappy in Ents does a really good job of utilizing that, reading these opponents' finances very well, knowing it's the helmet that first is the first thing to get sacrificed. So yeah, the Mac 10 I think super underrated still. It has its place in gun rounds as well. If you have a stranglehold in their economy, it's a great weapon to punish and have some running gun potential or just jumping gun potential, as you're pointing out. So the great start here, as mentioned, that boost doesn't really do much these days, especially with the Mac 10 leaping out first. As we go 4-0, this is getting out of control for Lynn Vision. As we see them purchase the AWP for G, who was fantastic on the second map of Anubis. He's going straight in, balls to the wall as he tries to challenge towards the ramp, and we'll find kaze to open things up.
Good start, no question about it, and they need it now.
Yeah.
Things are spiraling, like you said. There's G outside. He's going to be finding Mercury. 3 versus 5. Do it again. The round is pretty much won. Advent's made his way down, which would be a lot more interesting in a way, I think, if he had the bomb closer to him. Maybe even with him, but in this position, not a lot of stress, I think, on Lynn Vision to do a lot here. They already kind of were checking on him. I think they took a step down the ramp just to see how close he was, but this bomb, how is it going to get? It's kind of isolated out here.
You might as well just make this round as punishing as possible. If you're TYLOO, you're probably not going to save here. And that's actually quite a promising start. The fact he's avoided death for at least for a few seconds there. If you can find a couple of kills with the bomb planted, you might be onto something here, but it looks like Lynn Vision have found their first. Looks being the operative word here because, yeah, there's a chance this bomb still gets planted. Smoke down as he crosses towards silo. Just going to plant in the smoke by the looks of things here, suggesting he's going to get behind this silo. So it does go down. All under control for now, but it's now a 5 versus 1. Can Advent do anything with this?
Yeah, the bomb plant's kind of nice, but again, like you said, some damage here would be really huge for them, and he's getting double time. That's tough. Okay.
Yeah, we'll take the plant, though. And a frag, like, considering it's a 5 versus 3, not the worst outcome in the world, but it will be the first round for Lynn Vision here. And they're quite a convincing one as well. They recover AK-47s, 4 players surviving. They hold control of the AWP as well, so could be a bit of a comeback here. This series has been the story of a comeback. Each and every time, it looks like someone's about to drop the ball, but it was Lynn Vision with the crisis aversion in the previous map. They were up, what, 12-8, and it almost went to overtime. They got it over the line with Galil's pretty much across the board here. G, though, taking matters into his own hands in this particular round, aggressive towards the round, back to outside, nailing his shots, and yields the first round on the board. Money should be absolutely fine, though, as you can imagine. After a 4-0 start on the T side of Nuke, they still have a buy in reserve after bringing out the kaze AWP themselves. So here we go, round number 6.
Yeah, those were the first 2 kills for G on Nuke in that last round.
Yeah,
so
okay, fair enough.
some of them out. Western's got 5 and 3, but again, like some of those from the pistol round, you know, got 2 there. So generally speaking, they just haven't had much to say at all on the CT side. That needs to change. Saka, I think he was thinking about going for a peek there, but he kind of fell off maybe. And G is back at it again.
Yeah, back-to-back opening kills.
That boomstick is absolutely working out for him.
I haven't heard it called a boomstick in about 15 years, so I appreciate that, Anders. That's an old school, like, forum reference. But we are going to see ourselves in a 5-on-4. Another opening frag courtesy of the sniper of G. As he's now down towards lower. He's absolutely everywhere, Anders. Wherever they're heading, he's lying in wait, ready to strike.
The mark of a good AWP player, you'd say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, they kind of have an idea that someone's back there, so they got Westmoreland kind of locked in. He's going to get a headshot anyway. Doesn't matter. G, he's unstoppable at the moment. Making life very, very hard for TYLOO. Does get some damage in, but he hunts him down eventually. And suddenly it's a 2 versus 3. There is a chance here. They might just try and switch it up, but...
It's the right call. As you can see on the minimap, all 3 CTs are down towards lower, assuming it'd be the final play. They still have the advantage here with the bomb going down, the AWP to patrol heaven, presumably. They might be onto something. The problem is Jamyoung's down to 3 points of health. Grenade starting to rain in here, 1 bullet, and he's done for. So, Advent from main entrance. It doesn't look like there's a world where he wins this one, but you never know. Fake defuse comes through, doesn't take the bait, remains calm. And the first kill is his. He might be onto something here, Anders.
Oh, that's huge. Grenade around the corner. He's going to take a peek again. They've smoked him off, but... Oh, Emilia finds him right over, and they pick up the defuse kit to go for it. My God, that could have been an interesting round there. If he could have got into a position, we saw it on Anubis, how they were able to spam for the smoke. I was hoping for something similar, but... For Lynn Vision, it's great news. They're able to win the round. Yeah,
that was a bit of a must-win as well. They couldn't afford to be reset at that stage, but the bomb's planted. It should be, like I said, another buy available for TYLOO. Like 4 rounds on the T side, it's already a serviceable half. Like if they can get 5 or 6, they've posted a really successful first T-side showing, but we'll see if they can keep it going here at all. Lynn Vision have been kept modest at least. Most of these rounds have been relatively close. They'll have 1 buy in reserve as well, so we'll see who picks up round number 7 here. Back towards outside. A bit more pep in the step as well. We've got Mercury and kaze trying to find the first pick. The first smoke goes down as well, but a few more being deployed from Spawn by the looks of things. G has been very influential in the last couple of rounds. He's found the opening picks and 2 frags apiece in the 2 they've picked up. As kaze is looking for the one-on-one duel against his rival sniper.
G kind of giving up on the position a little bit. kaze with a boost up. Nice way to try and maybe outsmart somebody out here. A lot of movement back there on the CT side, but nobody really exposing themselves to kaze yet. So for now, he's going to hang around with 3 of them out by the red container. Saka is here, and he's going to be able to call it in. He sees just a couple of people moving past. No smokes up. That is wildly dangerous. And again, G, 3rd round in a row, Henry, with the entry.
He's absolutely killing it right now and killing the majority of TYLOO as well. Advent will strike back, though, giving them a fighting chance, but they don't look very confident with their setup. Westmoreland certainly does. On a swivel, he manages to find a double kill with the M4. Retreat to safety as well. And speaking of which, we've got a 4 versus 2. Advent and Jamyoung. We've got the latter with a bit of space towards up, but he doesn't have the bomb. So Starry gets himself in a promising position here, doesn't overstep the mark, just waits towards the hut, making sure they can't retreat towards lobby.
Advent gonna go straight for it. They've also had bomb plants, even when they've been losing these rounds, and that's the third bomb plant here for TYLOO.
Yeah.
So that's at least gonna give them some extra cash. They're gonna be, you know, able to fight a little bit further on, which I guess is good news for them. Even if this round is another very hard to win, and maybe impossible now.
Maybe.
Advent on his own just run over 4 people living on the Lynn Vision side. But again, it's more bomb plants for TYLOO.
Firing on all cylinders, it seems. After the 4-0 deficit, they post 3 rounds in response, but the bomb keeps getting planted as the loss bonus accumulates as well. So maybe a partial buy at the very least, but at least on the full eco. And you're right, G has been giving them absolute hell. Time and time again with those opening kills. Westmelon with his beautiful sequence. Perfect shot on the first, head on a swivel, and manages to get the second as well. Mercury gets absolutely rocked in towards those vent positions, and for now, it's Starry to close things out as well. So Round Number 8 is up next, 4-3, 1 round in it. And indeed, it is going to be just that partial buy. Maybe the upper rush, Anders running the gauntlet. The flames and the fury of Westmelon are getting sprayed down. No frags found, round over.
Always a bold move when you're running through the Molotovs like that. And it was a little bit, I think, wider than they were expecting. Greed with bullets on the other side. Lynn Vision about to close out, or not close out, but, you know, tie up this game. Make it a 4-4 scoreline, and they've got to be feeling really satisfied about that. Again, at the start of it, they had almost no kills at all in the first 4 or 5 rounds, but they really made up for it. G, a huge reason why, getting those openings. There we go. And no bomb plant. Not this time, at least the round loss bonus, I guess, is saving TYLOO a little bit, so there's that.
Certainly. But that's now 4 rounds in a row. Seems to be the case for these two teams. As soon as one gets the advantage, the other quickly catches up. So round number 9 here, the dying embers of this first half of our final map. Bjorn joining us. Where the hell have you been? It's been a hell of a day here. Day 1 at CAC 2023. We've had the likes of Ents and Astralis make their way towards the playoffs. Astralis in the semis, Ents in the quarters. And we're trying to find the next team to make it towards the quarterfinals as well. So that's going to be either Lynn Vision or TYLOO. Loser, unfortunately, does go home.
True that. Gee, back at it, looking for
Again.
another entry. He's so on point with this. What a frustrating experience for TYLOO, just having a player on the other side that active and just finding the entries.
He's 4-1 in opening duels right now, and they've got 4 rounds to their name.
Damn.
So that's kind of insane, really, when you put it like that. So the opening frag, can't hold on to the advantage for too long, though. G does go down after we sing his praises as they wait for the smoke to fade. Bit of a surprise for Zach on the other side here. It's Amelia, great work. Didn't really have to go for that second peep, but he's got Starry to back him up as Jam Young will find himself in another deficit here. 2-on-1, and I'm assuming the bomb is down.
Peek that with a knife in his hand. I guess you're right, the bomb is down, so he's expecting him to rotate, but...
So he's going for the backstab from lower. So yeah, he's just going to walk up towards ramp and hopefully bring it down to 1 versus 1, which is very possible. In terms of all the options he had available to him, this is one of the stronger ones.
I would have to agree. 40 seconds. Yeah, he's got the rifle out now. Good position behind the box there, making it a little bit more tricky. I think he's seen it, but he needs to know about the other player too. He's walked up real close, and that shot will give it away. He still picks up the shot. Now Starry's on the other side, and he will win the fight, but that could have got very, very close. But Lynn Vision, they've taken him over. Now they're in the lead. And TYLOO running out of options here.
Couldn't have asked for a better start. 4-0 on the T side, but then you offer up 5 rounds in a row. It's been the story of TYLOO in this series. They seem to lose grip on these games very quickly. And we are going to see round 10 up next. And finances don't look amazing, but there's enough there for a buy. It would be compromised, to say the least. They have to go with some, take the tactical timeout. And just to reiterate one final time here, it's day 1 of the tournament. We are operating with 4 timeouts here. So that is not a mismanaged HUD. That's actually what we're going with. And traditionally in MR12, you have 3, and you get extras in towards overtime if needed. But yeah, the money's not great. They're averaging, what, like 3,700 per player. Maximum loss bonus now achieved, if you want to call it that. So that's $3,400 per player. If you get the bomb down, you get nice healthy buys. If not, you're on the precipice of having to take a partial, as we'll see them just discuss their options here, as the wheels once again already starting to fall off. And we'll see what kind of buy they're presenting. So Tech-9s, I saw a Galil in the mix as well. So it looks to be more of a partial than a full investment here. Jam Young with a bit more cash than the others. Take himself down to 1,200 with the AK-47. Absolutely fine. As mentioned, you get 34 into the next. So it's a bit of a hero AK, if you will, but a calculated one.
See if they can avoid the wrath of G outside.
He's been so good. He's only got like 6 kills, say only. But the fact he's got all these openers time and time again, as mentioned, 4 and 1 in opening duels. Jamyang not too far behind with 2 and 0, but we'll see if they can get towards Secret safely. It doesn't look great. There is an opening kill, though, on both sides of the equation, and G might be going down here. Certainly is. Zaka to try and pick up the pieces, and he's doing a great job. Double kill found.
Yeah, but he's very low here. Gotta be careful. There's the spray coming through. How is he not
No, that happens to me all the time. Don't shoot for that. Like, I learned my lesson like 3 times now. You try and kill players through that, you do 0 damage.
That's absurd. I just can't even believe it. Yeah,
I made myself
look
like a real fool sometimes. Like, you get like a freebie, you've outmaneuvered them, you try and shoot for that grating there, and it's just like, does no damage.
That's so bizarre. Okay, well, remember that, folks at home, if ever you're in a similar position. 40 seconds here, and a 2 versus 2. There we go. Saka's trying the other way. Don't think it was necessarily the spam, just the fact that he didn't quite hit the bullets, unfortunately. Gonna fall back down after putting up a smoke, and we're down to 25 seconds. If they want to go for it now, they pretty much have to run to that B-bomb site real soon.
Yeah, and they don't have much to speak of in terms of defensive utility here. CT's already transitioning down towards lower. There's only one player there, though, and it's the low HP player of Zaka as well. So there's 2 on 2 coming to a head. If he denies the Astralis plant, it's pretty much round over, I think.
Yeah.
Can't plant. Yeah, it's over. It's done. He's giving away so many sound cues as well. That confirms it, and it will be Lynn Vision to continue their massive streak on the CT side after being down 4 and 0. They've posted 6 rounds in response.
Oh, dear. Yeah, they're laughing a little bit on that side. Who can really blame them? TYLOO, where have you gone?
Yeah, down but not out. As I did mention, it's Nuke, it's T side. Like 4 is enough for a half. You know,
Sure.
they managed to recover a 9-3 deficit on overpass. So it's just the way they're losing, though. It seems like they just run out of gas halfway through these halves. And yeah, it's not seeing much in terms of like signs that suggest they're going to do much with this going forward. There's just a couple more rounds left to be played. Towards the ramp when we go, it's G. There's been a real thorn in their side. He patrols towards the squeaky door for now, denying the transition towards that lobby. But Zaka only good for 1. A chance here. Starry completely Molotoved off. Will have to relinquish control of ramp and presumably allow them access towards low up.
I do like this double push into Squeak Door. We'll see if they're going to be able to find, I think it's Moja who's out there, or if they're just here. So you see Westmoreland's waiting here. They did have another player there, so they're going to be able to catch that. Huge if you're going to be retaking the B-bomb site, that there's no one hanging around the lobby on the T side. You don't want that. Yeah, he's pushing through, but Amelia almost takes him down anyway. The bomb is going to be planted here. Nade around the corner. Nice shot for Westmoreland. Looked like the crosshair was dead on for Jamyang, but it's not quite enough. Kaze and Advent. How can you hold on to this? They finally get a bomb plant here, but it's looking tough for them.
Yeah, it's looking rough. And we'll see a 2 versus 4 ensue. Good opening frag, but it gives up Kaze's position. Very assertive finish from Lynn Vision once again. 7 rounds in a row. 1 more round left of play here in the first half as well. So yeah, TYLOO down and maybe out at this point. This is like difficult to keep the morale and confidence going when you win the pistol and then you just get absolutely trounced in the gun rounds.
Yeah, it's not been looking great, has it? And this is one of the, again, they haven't even had many bomb plants in these rounds.
No.
They've been losing. This finally is one where they do, and they cannot even close to hold on to it.
Yeah, they just don't seem to be aware of the potential aggressive flanks coming through. No one checking out squeaky door, and Amelia absolutely guns them down here. Round number 12. Third and final map here. TYLOO with the great emphatic start, but started to shrink once again here on the server. Up against their main rivals, Lynn Vision. It's been a hell of a rivalry this year. 13 outings, 13 different series between these 2 teams. Lynn Vision considered the better team overall. And right now, maybe showing us why. It's G, who's currently on 5 and 1 in opening duels.
Yeah, what a half he's had from a very, very bad start. Once he picked up the AWP, though, it was a different question altogether. Double smoke. And actually throwing in another one. Okay.
Yeah, I guess to deny like the glaive position and creeping around, something like that, but maybe a bit much. But we'll see if they can fend off G this time. Is he going to get his 6th opening frag? Apparently not. And that's the cue to go. And as you can see, right, everyone just get down here. No time wasted. Get down and get that bomb planted. A 5 versus 3. Surely they can't get this one up, especially that missed drop from Zaki. Makes up for on the second repeat, but surely they've done enough. 7-5 will do for TYLOO, considering the way this is looking.
Sure, you've just lost 7 rounds in a row. At least get this last one in. That's something to celebrate, surely. Mercury with a stunning double opening. That second one just running down the player, coming out of the vent position. Amelia's out of it. Westmelon might as well fight to the death here. There's no other way out. And Mercury will find the last one. What a round for him. Triple kill, 7-5 at the end of it. Not necessarily out of it yet, TYLOO. I think that makes a big difference winning that last round.
Oh, absolutely. Just to post it before halftime as well, kind of just to raise the spirits of the team.
Yeah.
They needed it because they looked like they needed resuscitation more than that, to be honest with you, after giving up 7 in a row. But 7-5, not too bad. You can see the scoreboard there. It's Jam Young at the top of TYLOO with 13 frags for Mercury, saving the day here on the final round of their T-side campaign. Beautiful opening shots, and you can see they're wasting no time at that point, not trying to overthink the situation, taking them the AWP down towards lower. The player that's been finding opening picks left, right, and center. Finally, he gives one up, and it will be the opportunity to make their way down towards lower and presumably one step closer towards the playoffs as well. They really needed that last round, so that's going to alleviate some of the pressure. But still, if you're Lynn Vision, you're very happy that half. After going down 4-0 themselves, they've posted 7 in a row. This is the final round that eludes them. But a very, very important round coming up next, Anders, the pistol.
It really is. There's a lot more emphasis in MR12 now on this particular round. We say it over and over again, but especially when the scoreline is close like this one, could be a bit of a swing round. Westmelon actually top fragging on his side with 12, and on the other side it's Jam Young with 13. So we ended up talking a lot about
Those are the 2 best names on the server as well.
They are the 2 best names.
It was meant to be.
Quite like Mercury as well, you know?
It is. I think there's a lot we could do with that.
Closest planet to the sun.
Yeah, and a metal that melts as well.
Also that.
Yeah.
I think a day on Mercury is about 60 days or something like that on in Earth days. So.
All right. I don't know how I could intertwine that into the commentary, but we'll give it a go.
Think about it. Maybe that's how long this match has felt for TYLOO.
Yeah, good point. The opening couple of frags here, and Kaze is giving them hell with that P2000, which seems to be very fashionable right now. Mercury, not the prettiest display with the dual elites, but maybe you can make up for it here. Apparently not. It is going to be Lynn Vision getting their way back into this one. Beautiful sequence from the Glocks. The missed Julies do come back to haunt them, but it is going to be Kaze for the back in the driving seat. The bomb needs to be recovered here. This duel maybe decides the round in itself, but surrounded, Jam Young will find the final frag there. TYLOO needed that pistol, Anders, and my God, have they ever got it. 7-6. Not many celebrations just yet. It's been a rough first half, but that's just what they needed.
I believe, Henry, people used to drink mercury to cure ailments. I think Newton did that. Yeah,
I think I've heard about that as well.
I think IC Newton used to do that. Obviously...
It'd be watered down, presumably. I think it'd be like a supplement more than straight up mercury.
I don't know. It's a good question, isn't it?
Yeah. It's one of the questions. I guess we can find out. We haven't been locked in the Twitch chat today. They definitely would know. That's the hive mind you need right now.
Presumably would. Yeah, for anyone watching, I recommend you don't drink mercury.
Yeah,
it is in fact dangerous.
Won't cure anything. I'm pretty sure.
Not going to cure. Definitely not going to make you better at Counter-Strike either. So just don't do it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah.
And it is going to be the full eco, unfortunately for Lynn Vision fans, as they don't really have much more than the Glocks. And TYLOO this time will be making sure they get this round over the line. It's going to be a 5 versus 1. Westmelon, not really sure what you can do here. Just hope that they give you a frag, feed you one. But nice little ding doesn't equate to a frag. So the clean sweep found. We tie things up, Anders. We said these teams go the distance each and every outing. They normally play Nuke, and it's Lynn Vision that seem to come out on top every single time. But TYLOO now winning both pistols. Bear in mind that 4-0 start. Now winning the pistol. Got the 2-0. The stats suggest an equal game, that this sort of matchup, that should be TYLOO closing this series out. But I'm not sure it's going to be that simple for them.
Well, this next round could be a big point in the right direction, a vector, so to speak, for where we're going. 7-7. If they can pick this one up, Lynn Vision, then it could signal a swift return into the second half, and we'll see if TYLOO are going to be able to deal with it or not. They're not going to have the AWP with the... Oh my god, what a shot from Starry. Okay, there we go. I was going to say the AWP to find the entry in the yard, but it doesn't even matter apparently.
Bear in mind, this is the bonus round for TYLOO as well. They've got like 2 FAMASs, MP9s, a couple of M4s, and one of them's being brought into action right now. That's going to be kaze, doing some damage towards Westmelon, but ultimately they've allowed a player to slip the net. And that's going to be Starry. He's down in towards Secret, waiting for any sort of CT reaction here, seeing if they're going to probe in response and try and get some outside control, but still a minute on the clock here. Jamyoung just playing with the smoke in hand, is trying to disallow entrance towards the ramp. And I think Lynn Vision have no choice but to go lower, Anders. I'm not sure where else they could go with this one. But how do they cross?
Well, that's a question they're going to have to find an answer to fairly soon.
Yep, 40 seconds remaining. They can flash, and they're just going to go for the dry swing, and it's actually done very well for them. They do get spotted, as you might expect, but the fact they took no damage en route, it's pretty remarkable. Yeah. Jamyoung scrambling now. Bear in mind, it's a 5-on-4. He's given all the time in the world to reposition there, but caught his nades out, and it leads to his demise. 5-on-2, round over. You have no choice but to save here.
He just wanted to throw the grenade back to his teammate.
There's always one more grenade, Anders.
Always one more. You know, sometimes when I play the game, Henry, if I'm holding a corner, and I know as soon as I swap weapons or pull out a grenade, someone's gonna peek me.
Right.
Sometimes I'll pretend to pull out a grenade on my keyboard just to see if I can.
What, you like try and trick the Matrix?
The universe, yeah, essentially. Okay. I'm like, and I don't think of myself as particularly superstitious, but you know, just trying to see if I can make it work like that, you know.
Well, I've seen some antics. Like people are buying the revolver, and because you can have that preemptive sort of striking noise, you can just bait them around the corner, then pull out your shotgun as soon as they take the bait. That's about as close as I've seen to that sort of thing, but that seems to be making an appearance on Reddit more often than not. That's pretty fun.
Okay,
but, that's the only use case for the revolver right now I can give you.
Yeah, man, that was that 1 week where it was really good.
Unbelievably good. It was like, if you got shot someone in the stomach, it was an instant kill. And you could like pre-cock the gun as well. If you like press right click first, then held down left, it would hold it in position. You just had to let go when you hit on their stomach. It was wild.
The bad old days, in many ways.
Yeah, then we had the AUG week as well, where the AUG was just like 100% accurate and doing like insane damage at range.
Yeah.
That was like a week.
The teams actually had a gentleman's agreement not to use it.
Yeah, right. That's true.
Delpan used it on Nuke anyway, and everyone used it again. They lost that game because he broke the gentleman's agreement. Amazing.
I guess we don't have many gentleman's agreements apart from like player skins. If they're allowed in any tournament, most pros won't deploy them.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's not in the rules, that's like the only gentleman's agreement I can think of in modern CS to this day. It's a shame because some of the skins do look really cool, right? Like the fact we have to play the default ones kind of sucks.
Yeah, I agree. Well, here we are.
Here we are.
Molotov on top of the hut, forcing Moja off that position. TYLOO, they need a victory right here. They need to come back strong at the beginning of the second half. They can't really allow Lynn Vision to spiral this one out of control. Oh, Starry with the jump down. This is a bit of a secret mission, but he might have either been heard or he's shot on the radar. I'm not sure, but either way, Mercury's there to pick him up. So there's someone to work with. 4 versus 5, and it's a start for the CT side, but they're not home safe yet. There's nobody from the CT side down here. Look at it. They just walked into the B bomb site.
Yeah, this is quite strange, isn't it? Like, there's literally no CT presence down here. Now, they've got the man advantage. Maybe this is all by design, but one player in the vents could sabotage their rotations completely. They'll have to focus towards the ramp. And speaking of which, Zaka tucks himself in. And now they're starting to realize it's a little bit too quiet. We did have some gaps on the map, primarily towards ramp.
If you can almost tell that Jamyoung coming in from... He's not even aware. They're still looking for T's on this part of the map. I think Jamyoung's still almost holding ramp. Now he's not. Now he's going to run back. But you can tell he's got no clue that someone's here.
Zero info.
Wow, they had no idea.
Perfect utility usage as well. The Molotov on the left, smoke on the right, means you can really guarantee the plant as well. They keep just funneling utility towards the ramp. I think they're just going to save.
Yeah.
They kind of let this round go. They had no idea. No presence. In a 5 versus 4, no one even considering lower after ramp was open for so long.
Yeah, that's a definite mistake because Like you said, there was an outside chance that it is just by design that they say, you know, we got great retake protocols on the B-bomb side, we're not going to care about it.
You're right. When Jamyang goes down, it's like it's 9 foul and he's running through, they just have literally zero information. So that wasn't by design. That was just them allowing the T to slip the net and not considering the possibility of it going down towards lower. The fact that one player just runs down with his knife out, is scrambling to find a good position. Yeah, like Lynn Vision can't believe their luck. They lost the opening pick in the form of Starry, yeah. Fist bumps all round, boys, because that one is an absolute heist of a round, and TYLOO just offered it up for free. That's a shame. You hate to see it, Anders.
You do hate it, especially if you're cheering for TYLOO, which I'm guessing.
And they're going to take a tactical timeout as well, just to let them stew in it. Just to let them think about what they've done.
That's great. You should do that, you know?
I guess we used to have like the Carrigan timeout, when he used to know who's going to win. Yeah. Like, he just drop it just before he gets map point, or match point, I guess.
I think it's worth doing, you know? Psychological warfare. It's allowed.
Oh, yeah. We don't have enough of it.
Well, let's see if TYLOO have a little bit more left in the tank. Yeah, I'm getting worried now.
I don't know. They haven't had much in the tank since Anubis, to be honest with you. Like, they
felt that way.
Rather flats. And bear in mind, Overpass was concerning as well. They were 9-3 down. Sure, they brought it all the way back and showed some great character, but I don't know. I can see why Lynn Vision are considered the better team. Like, I think from a tactical point of view, I mentioned this the pregame. I think TYLOO have a better understanding of current meta. They seem to have more aggressive maneuvers on the CT side. They seem to operate better as a team. But in terms of just fundamental Counter-Strike, I feel like Lynn Vision have them beat in almost every facet. Just the CT aggression TYLOO have a better understanding of, and you can't really do too much of that on CT side of Nuke. But early on here in round number 17, Lynn Vision looking for double digits here. Bear in mind, TYLOO, after giving up an absolute stinker of a round, at least got to save 4 weapons. And Mercury in a challenging spot here, but he's done great to find that first kill. Upgrade to the AK-47. Maybe he finds a bit more here. Considerable damage, but they're losing players left and right. Down towards lower we go again. Oh, Starry, that is beautiful. Kaze should be posting that frag all day long.
What a difference it would have made if they could have actually picked it up. Now, Jamyang did get the shot onto Starry, but the bomb is still going to get planted now. Seeing a kit there on Advent, so there is a chance if they get close, but Westmelon is walking up behind them. If the main force here at the B-bomb side can hold on even for about 5 seconds. Oh, he comes back for a Jamyang. That's really good thinking. He's doing everything he can. He knows how important this round is for his team. They don't have a lot of money in the bank either. This is a must-win.
And it's going to be G who has to do the heavy lifting here as well. Bear in mind, Zach, this can be cannon fodder. He's low HP. He just wants to get intel for his teammate here. Defuse coming through. Speculative spam. It's a full commitment. Can they find him? Apparently not. It will be TYLOO to steal that one away. A full defuse in the smoke. And Zach didn't go down as well. I think they really had to commit to the double spray down there. But there, speak of a heist, it's going to be TYLOO offering one back in return. It didn't look like they had anything to say about that retake. And yeah, they didn't even drop a single kill there as they get the defuse in. Beautiful, as TYLOO will be at least bringing the scoreline one step closer.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. Like, sure, you get both the kills towards the end. We'll have a look at the CT finances in that regard. So you just won the previous round, but you're only going to get 3,500 per player into the next one. So the AWP is available for Master Mercury, and, well, it's Mosier that's been removed very early on, trying to cross over towards Secret. Nice shot in response. Kaze keeping the dream alive here, trying to tie things up at 9-9.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
Scrappy out there right now, Anders.
It is. Trading him back and forth, although Kaze coming in with that kill. That just might tilt the pendulum in favor of TYLOO. I say it just as Amelia comes in with 2 huge frags. Just like that, it's a 2 versus 2. Jamyang's walking through the smoke. He's going to find Amelia. And now it's just Starry.
With the bomb, though.
With the bomb.
So, not all. If you just don't necessarily want to swing with the AWP and low HP, Kaze, keep it together.
God.
And it's under control. Well done. He manages to hit the shots and tie things up, as mentioned here. Wasn't the prettiest round, but they got it done. Bear in mind, they had FAMASs and a lack of utility there, but it's going to be a couple of rounds in a row. And just what they needed here to tie things up as well. Bomb planted. I think there's still one more pretty serviceable buy going forward for Lynn Vision, certainly, as they've got around 6K on a couple of players there. But still, that's going to be TYLOO back in this game. And bear in mind, they had a 4-0 start on the T side. They won the pistol in the second half, got the 2-0 conversion as well. They should be winning this map. Like, and the fact it's like considered like a 50-50 matchup, you win that, you have that sort of lead on both sides that you should be closing this one out. So it's about time they woke up, and just in the nick of time, because it's all tied up, and it's going to be, sure, a buy on the Lynn Vision side, but certainly some concessions to be made. So a tactical pause.
Well, it's heating up now. You can start to tell. I mean, kaze really getting woken up in that round. They need him. They need him with the orb. He beat G outside. Whenever that fight goes the way of kaze, you've got to assume that's going to be a really big deal. There we go. 9-9.
Could have gone wrong at that moment. He was very low on health, but nails the shots. As mentioned, this won't be the prettiest of buys, but it's enough. Deagle, Galil, 3 AKs. And we're on the precipice here of the closure of this third and final map. Loser goes home. Winner joins the others in the playoffs. Astralis and Ents already there as mentioned from Group A.
Yeah, Astralis suddenly playing...
They're in the semis.
Really well, yeah.
All things considered, recent controversy, we don't have to get into that now. Like the fact they're in the semis here, like that's amazing for them. They look very good as well.
Yeah, they're going to be excited about it. There might be some pressure put onto Advent, I think, inside of the bomb side there. We'll see if he can dodge the Molotov or if he's going to be put out of position. Some players have a really tough time when the Molotov goes down. They have to decide between smoking or taking the fight. Mojah traded. There's the Molotov on the Advent, and he's not quite sure. Flashbangs behind. Has to try to put it out with a smoke, and Jamyong goes down. Mercury up close. MP9 and kaze shown up. Huge contribution there from the high ground. And turns out Advent was fine, just kind of not even participating in the fight.
Oh, you said kaze had to be part of this round, and he's delivering on all fronts. A couple of frags, 15 in total, and a 3 versus 1 locked in here. 30 seconds, and I don't think there's much that Zach can do with this. He's got a Galil in hand, as mentioned. The money well and truly broken. And he does spot the barrel of one. So that's maybe his kill, but that was the opportunity to find it cleanly. Don't really have to offer up much else. With 15 seconds remaining, the job's already done. I believe the bomb is down as well. So yeah, he has to save the AK-47. It's towards the ramp. Thank you for confirming. And there we have it. TYLOO take the lead, Anders.
They don't have any money on that T
After
side
giving
either.
up, what, 7 rounds in a row?
Yeah.
On their T side, they've actually had a bit of a resurgence here. It's right down to the wire. It's all the rounds, as we always expect between these two teams. But yeah, fair play to TYLOO. Another great display of character here, similar to what we saw in Overpass from a game that seemed like they were completely done after the initial pistol round and follow-up rounds went in their favor. And as mentioned, I think the money's pretty tight. They saved that AK-47, but we're averaging, what, maybe like $2,500 per player, so that's going to be a very light investment. Zaka with the AK, and there's like P250s, Tech 9s otherwise. So TYLOO might have done enough here. Might being the operative word as we see the outside execution. Lynn Vision going to try and fully send it down towards lower once again. Good smoke. Oh, just about gets it. The final bullet there through the smoke, through the wall, into the dome of Westmelon. Easy frag for Jamyong, doesn't outstay his welcome. Nice incendiary as well to buy a bit more time. Deny access down towards lower. Kaze really coming to life here. They're maybe over-facing this one, Anders.
I don't know.
They're throwing this round away.
I have no idea. That's a 4 versus 2.
Yeah.
Immediately almost into a 2 versus 2, but the bomb plant to follow here. And they're quite far away.
Yeah,
the teams will have time to get away. There's a double HE still in
you
play.
had all the time in the world. You dropped the incendiary. You'd already got the advantage.
Yeah.
You don't need to challenge any further. Just set up the crossfires down towards lower. That is an absolute misplay from TYLOO here. And now they're on the back foot. They're the ones having to retake in an equal situation. The bomb's already like halfway gone. Do they have a smoke? Yes, they do this. So you want to be throwing that on the bomb, not at the choke point here. So get it on top of the bomb, flash in. You're going to have to go for a full defuse. I think that's all you can do.
Yeah. Ooh, Saka, there you go. Gets the one, and they actually blow up the smoke as well, so they're going to be fine with it. Starry and Saka converting that, but my God, man,
just
that is
when
crazy.
They just get on their feet, dust themselves down, and say, yeah, we can play CT side of
I'm
you.
shocked. I'm absolutely shocked.
You get a 4-on-2 lead. You've already thrown the incendiary down. Ramp is not a bomb site. Time was ticking low as well, and everyone just wants to be part of the action. I think it's just the comms were off. Like someone didn't really communicate that they actually got out of the ramp room. But still, that is an absolute disaster of a round. They know it as well. And I think we've got a tactical timeout here from Lynn Vision. They seem to use the timeouts against their opponent. Like when they find victories, they're dropping them in afterwards so you can make sure they're as mad as possible on the opposite side.
I love it. This throw is so funky from Mojah. It's like, I don't even understand how it's a headshot, but it is. Look at these kills coming through, but then they just keep fighting Zachary and he picks up the kills. Some really smooth kills. You got to give him credit for that. This one, I think his opponent was slightly flashed, and then the HE on top to disperse the smoke.
Oh dear, TYLOO, just as I was getting excited about you pulling your socks up, looking great there after me completely reset around this. It's a full eco. Oh, it's devastating for them, but this is what we expected. The drama, as there's no love lost between these two rivals here. They play each other a lot out in Asia. 13 series this year. Lynn Vision certainly considered the favorites here, but it was TYLOO with both pistols in their favor. A resurgence in the second half. Looks like they were in cruise control up against what seems to be a locked-in round. A 4-on-2. They overstepped the mark. A moment of madness has led them to a full eco here and a chance for Lynn Vision to convert it into an 11-10 scoreline.
What a turn of events after putting in all that work. Yeah. And it slips up in one moment, and it could cost them this series. And again, you lose this when you're getting knocked out, so the consequences are really, really dire at the moment.
Yeah, it's a really unfortunate round to offer up after all the hard work was done. So, as mentioned, this is pretty much a foregone conclusion in terms of the round outcome. Lynn Vision should have zero problems getting the plant through and taking the lead once again. And in terms of the loss bonus, I believe it must be the second stage, right? So they're going to get 1,900 into the next round. Or maybe it's 2,400. Yeah, it must be. Mercury 1,900. So they're going to get $2,400 into the next round. But yeah, still, it's going to be a tricky buy, whatever happens. Advin's got enough to drop an AWP potentially, and maybe they can save an AK-47. That would be a very welcome addition.
That'd be huge. Yeah, whatever it takes at this point, just try and steal someone away.
Yeah, I think that's what you're not trying to win this round, you're trying to protect the AKs. You need it.
Yeah, I don't really blame them for it, but it's Lynn Vision picking up an 11th round, so taking a 1-round lead. Still keeping it very, very close, but we got to remind you again, the history between these two teams is Lynn Vision tend to win this particular map, so one more step in that direction, they're not far off doing it again. It's going to be frustrating for TYLOO having these particular maps that they just can't beat Lynn Vision on. Anubis being potentially the other one.
Yeah, it seems that way. So close, and presumably they've still got a couple of rounds in them. I don't think we're done here just yet. It feels like there's always a few more twists and turns. I wouldn't consider Lynn Vision to be closers either. Like we said, they blew some leads as well. They had the 9-3 lead on Overpass. So yeah, it's by no means a done deal, but it seems like TYLOO struggle the most in these high-pressure situations. Nuke is your current and deciding map here to work out who will be the first team eliminated here at the CAC 2023. It's day one. Brutal for one of the home teams to leave so early, but after losing to Astralis and Ents earlier on in the best of ones in a convincing manner, this was the only way out. And we will see TYLOO saving at least that AK-47, gives them a pretty solid buy overall.
They need that. The economy being what it is here. If they lose another round, they might not have that many interesting weapons to try and stave off the eventual loss with. So it comes down to that economy once again, as it usually is the case. Some lobby control coming in for the T side. And a pretty standard type setup here with the CTs. Nothing really to write home about. Potentially a bit light on the 8 defense. If Lynn Vision were to try to just knock it out, they could probably trade their way through that one at the moment, but they don't have any way of knowing that at the moment. They haven't really found anyone else, so they don't know about the player who's already down on secret. Jam Young just looking for it here. Not going to find anything. They're really taking their time. They actually might go for the A-bomb sign. That's what I said. That's probably the weakest part of the map right now. Double setup here with the Molotov down on top. Oh, this is actually a great call coming up from Lynn Vision. Bit of a drop down, one of them, and Kaze is running around. He's so confused. Unscopes, gets the shot anyway. I can't believe he's not dead. He should have been. He's not pulling the trigger yet. Finally, and he can't make it around the corner. 20 seconds, but how on earth did he get the double kill?
It's absolute pandemonium here on the lower bomb site, and it's going to be Jam Young keeping the dream alive for TYLOO here, trying to deny map and series point. It looks like they've done enough here. Lynn Vision, 10 seconds remaining. G with no real opportunity to do anything. He's got to save the AWP Iranders, and what seemed like a great call, a great execution, lots of pressure applied towards upper. They go down those vents, and they still can't find the AWP, and it all goes crashing down with a quick scope.
I'm
oh dear.
So confused. That's got to be one of the worst positions to be in as an AWP. Like, you're down below, right next to the vent. They're dropping down next to you. They're coming down secret as well. You would have thought as soon as he fires the shot, he's going to get overrun, but double kill for kaze instead is well played. Got to give it up to him, and it's 11-11. It's all tied up once again.
It really is. It will be TYLOO tying things up. Who will be posting series and elimination point first? We'll find out right here, right now. Everything comes down to this. And in terms of the finances, both teams are pretty heavily invested. There won't be much residual cash at all for whoever loses this round, Anders. So this might decide it. And it's kaze. Opening frag. This time it's his. Really starting to show some impressive form here on the CT side.
Yeah.
He's kept the dream alive for the squad. Jam Young joining him at 20 frags as well. And it's up to Lynn Vision. They've got like Galil's a lack of utility, and now a 5-on-4 deficit as well. It's going to be a difficult round to salvage.
Double grenade to try and put out that smoke. Not at the same time, but still a little bit of a surprise. 5 versus 3. I agree.
Oh, I was going to say, how brave are you feeling, Mosey? Apparently very. Almost to a fault. As we will see the second kill come in, and TYLOO might have given this one up again, Anders. A 5-on-3, and they're running in 1 by 1.
They are running in 1 by 1. They've already lost a 2 versus 4 for no reason. I just don't even understand it. Advent going for a bit of a peek here again. Doesn't really have a teammate with him, or a little bit behind at least. Saka's going to get a couple of kills in Lynn Vision. They will surely make their way to 12 here. Nothing that Jam Young can do about it. That is shocking for sure.
Yeah, that's very amateur, unfortunately. You've got another 5-on-3. All you have to do, you can let them plant, it's fine. You don't have to save the day in a heroic manner, 1 by 1, and they don't even get a follow-up kill from that point. Like, it's a great call from Lynn Vision, don't get me wrong. They hit some great shots as well.
Yeah, they did.
But it was their rounds to lose, TYLOO that is, and unfortunately they give up pretty much everything. So they don't save any weapons, Anders. They now have to enter the elimination round. Round number 24, and they average, I've got the money here actually, $2,000 on 3 of them. At the top end is Advent with 3,400.
Yeah, and Jam Young died with the... I mean, he probably could have got away, surely.
I don't know, but...
I never did. The fact that the T died is much less of a problem, but...
This is wild. How that's 2 5-on-3s in the same half. Bear in mind, both pistols under their remit, both halves converted, 4-0 start on their T side, and they're actually going to come crashing down after some abysmal retake approaches there. 5-on-3 advantages, and you've just given them up for free.
And as we can tell by the scoreline, that is definitely the difference between winning and losing here. And, you know, ultimately the difference between getting knocked out. What a rough turn of events. I was not expecting it. This looked like such a great start to the round. But they've given it up. 12-11. Fighting for overtime now at TYLOO, and they're not going to have that much to fight with either. MP9, M4, and then pistols. Upgraded, sure. But it's not that exciting for them, is it?
I'm excited for the outcome, because it's never really that easy, Anders. Like, the team you think's going to win the round, hands down, doesn't seem to convert it. So I still think this goes overtime.
Well, let's see.
I seem to be pretty good at calling those. And we'll see if it continues, as we've got nice damage, at least towards Westmelon. You can see they're not looking as aggressive, as assertive, but it's going to be Mosier. Potentially with a double kill here. A ton of damage as we enter the 4-on-4. Still possible they can do something with this to 5-7, now looking a little bit more positive. A nice little transition. kaze holds his nerve. They've got the man advantage. They've got the rifles now.
I think that was the bomb down on
Yeah, I think it is.
So that's a little bit awkward. Might be finding a free kill here, Emilia, but no, somehow gives it up. Wants to put some pressure on anyway. Gotta be careful when you keep this up. You can't really do it forever.
Emilia put the nades away, bro.
Well, there's the Molotov. He's forced him out. He still can't win the fight. Oh, no.
I told you, Anders, it's never that easy. Overtime is looking locked in. And I say that with bated breath, because anything can and will happen here in this particular series. These two rivals locking horns right now. 40 seconds remaining, and G's pulling it back. 2-on-2. This is unbelievable.
35 there. The bomb is still down here. They must know that kaze is nearby. Oh, there we go. He's picked it up. Okay. 29 seconds. kaze making a bit of a swing.
Oh, what?
Missed the shot. I can't believe it.
kaze, you can't do that. With tournament life on the line, a freebie in the back. You got the rifle. He takes you down with the Tech 9. That is unprecedented. This was another 4 versus 2, Anders. Another one TYLOO have given up.
There's no
What
way.
in God's name has just happened there? Is a bomb upper as well? Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
Let's stand up.
Bomb is
Oh,
upper.
they're going to feel sick after. I feel a bit sick for them.
You have to, right? There's so many opportunities that they just give it away over and over again. Mercury's made the long trek around to pick up a rifle. Does it really matter? What he needs is not a rifle, he needs the defuse kit. Grenade, they're at a crossfire position here, and he walks right into it, 13-11, as Lynn Vision will overtake TYLOO, and in a shocking fashion, you've got to say.
One of the most shocking games of CS2 I've commentated, and there's not been many of them, but that's definitely up in the conversation. Like, TYLOO, I'm afraid that they've thrown that game away. Like, 1 or 2 times is forgivable, but the fact